What's up, everybody? It's your girl Q Wine, and I am back with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 9. Blame it on the Henny. Um, First of all, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video that I drop. Also, can y'all make sure we liking all the videos so I can kind of stay in the algorithm of things? All right. Also, although this video may not be colorful, but this video is sponsored by the word ass, because I'm definitely going to use that a lot. Okay? So, I'm just saying that word is going to be utilized a lot in this video. Okay? Okay. All right. Well, wait. Did y'all see the mid-season trailer of this? Okay. I'm going. I had said I was gonna work on my colorfulness. Okay. And I think one of my subscribers, but that was in the other video, was like, "Hey, no." But listen, I got to, friend. I got to. Okay, I got to because I'm just trying to go see the Lord before I'm just trying to go be with the Lord, okay? Cause these little hood rats get on my nerves, okay? These hood rats is really rather challenging this season, okay? They have been rather challenging. It's especially Peach Juice, the biggest hood rat, okay? And Gutter Snipe. But let's just drop right on in. Oh yeah, and the other hood rat, her sister hood rat, Phaedra, because I don't like Phaedra. Even though I took her for home, married to medicine. All right, and when she was right, she was right. But this, I'm just let's just go ahead and get in it. So the episode started with Shamia and Cynthia and fake ass Kelly talking about the pool party. And y'all know Kelly's name is fake ass Kelly, aka Lil Kim. That's gonna be her name moving forward. I do not like her. I only liked her on episode 1. I probably something may change, but right now she is fake ass fake ass Kelly, aka Lil Kim. All right. So, so Angela and Cynthia said they heard. Angela told Cynthia she heard them call her Big Bird. I was like, why y'all call that lady Big Bird? Okay, your mama look like a big bird. So Shamia said that Britt said Charles cheated and had a baby. But last week, now correct me if I'm wrong, Britt, the girl name is Britt. It's Britt. Britt said in her confessionals, Shamia told her that Charles was messing around on Angela. So somebody lying. And from last week, and how what's her face brain, don't know how to be lying and don't know how to communicate and don't remember the stuff people tell her. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with I'm gonna say Britt. I'm gonna say Shamia was the one who probably said it and not Britt. But I still kind of believe Britt was the one that said it. Anyway, Kelly said, do you know what? This whole section was all about a he say, she say. I really want to start this all over, but I'm not. Kelly said Portia said that she would blame Charles. And Angela told Cynthia the same thing. So Cynthia goes to Portia and Portia says she don't remember. She said she would never anybody's husband. You know what? feel like Portia give good clickbait. Okay, saying that that will people would eat you up just by making that little one comment. Girl, you definitely did sleep with somebody else's husband. And that probably ain't the first one. But anyway, Shamia said she texted Angela, and Angela basically responded she sent this long response like, baby, I ain't got time because y'all fake and phony. Please don't play with me. Go play with your mama, but don't play with me. So anyway, Cynthia invited everyone to the Bailey Q. I really thought the Bailey Q was going to be messy, but Cynthia, she really had it under control. Kudos to you, but we'll get there. And she said she's going to have a prophet there. So, fake ass Kelly, aka Lil Kim, is having a party for the dogs. It was cute though. The party was cute. But I was like, girl, you spending all this money, but ain't you getting sued? But whatever. Hey, that's neither here nor there. She said that the party was $1,000. First of all, I wish I would spend all that money on Ava. Okay, Ava don't have no friends because Ava is bad. She not bad, but she bad. Okay, and she a good little dog, but she bad. All I'm gonna do is get her some treats and some clothes, and that's it. Anyway, Britt said her mom. Now, okay, for the first time, we get a real story from Britt. Like, we get a real story. So Britt said her mom is selling her house and moving in with her, and I think this was all for the baby talk, but I don't know about that. And oh, Britt. Okay, so it seems like what happened, Britt got married. She sold her company, and that's probably why her sisters are mad at her. I don't think it doesn't have anything to do with that husband. I think that she sold her, I don't know the deets, but that's just what it sounded like. And they didn't have nothing else. That probably was their only job, and she just sold it just like that. So, fake ass Kelly, aka Lil Kim, tells Britt, I keep calling her Britt, that she met up with Shamia and Cynthia, and they talked about the trip and the argument after, that night with the ladies. So over at Pimp Diane's house, Lauren is over there with her daughter and PJ, and Portia comes in the door because she can't film at her house. She gives PJ a puppy. It was a really cute puppy. She said because PJ could sense her energy being low vibrational, and Portia, you are low vibrational, point blank in a period. So Pilar is so cute, y'all. Pilar is really cute. So Pilar wanted to name her dog Peanut Butter. Okay, and that's where it starts. That's where it stops. Lauren asked about the divorce, and child, I guess. And apparently she started talking about Dennis. She wanted Dennis to choose her and Pilar. And I just feel like Dennis doesn't have to choose you. He can choose Pilar, and y'all can co-parent really well together. But then she said Dennis was backdooring the Housewives, and I was like you backdoor Fallon for Ugly Ass Simon. Okay, peach juice, whatever. So this I just want to say this. The fact that Lauren and Pimp Diane find Portia's story and all her foolishness hilarious is insane to me. Lauren, to me, always have her head up her sister's behind. And I guess she's just one of them people. Like, that's my sister. I'm a ride for her, right, wrong, or indifferent. But you look stupid. Your sister sounds stupid. Moving along. Shamia meets with Shadina. And she's still considering IVF. But we have a surrogate named Asha. And Gerald is open to the surrogate. They're working out the logistics before they can get Asha pregnant, and that's all we got. So Charles and Angela. Listen, I don't care what y'all say. I like Charles. Charles is just, I don't give a damn. Okay, that's Charles. And let me tell y'all the reason why I call him Charles, because I don't feel like pronouncing the R in Charles. So Charles, your lunch is ready is his name, but I'm not saying all that. So Charles, Charles was like, listen. Oh, Charles was in Tampa, so that's why him and I was like, was you in Tampa with the basement boy? I'm just checking. Okay, I'm just checking. I just want to know if you was in Tampa with the basement boy. I hope not. Okay. So she tell Charles that she invited Drew to Nashville. And he was like, why would you do that? Like, Charles is one of those people, I'm not going to really go along with your foolishness. I just don't feel like he should. And although he shouldn't have invited her, but of course that was a whole production thing. And Angela just can't say on cue, I think, and break the fourth wall and say, production told me to do it. I don't think she can do that. So, he said, she tells him, Portia said he slept with some girl in New York. Charles said he don't give a good goddamn. He didn't say that, but he said that, and asked Angela if you believe Portia. Like, do you believe her? And yada yada yada. Angela said no, and he was like, okay. So, oh yeah, she did tell him, that she would do this to Charles, and basically he was like, she don't really know me or whatever. I don't know. So Portia, Pimp Diane, and Dennis, they meet with au pair. I never knew what an au pair was until today. I've seen it. I've seen the word, but just never really checked into it. So now Dennis have a confessional with Peach Juice. Anyway, she is getting her au pair for. She's getting an au pair for her and PJ. She's from South Africa, and she really gifted her, some balloons and a cake, and I thought that was really nice. I thought that was really nice of Portia. They sat down and they got to know her, but of course she didn't stay long. So Lauren took her back to Portia's house, and they're dealing with the logistics. And then she said she'll talk to her later. So, oh yeah, and we find out that the au pair has two friends out there in Atlanta, and that's cool because she have other people she can hang out with. So her and Dennis go into the kitchen and talk. She tells him about someone told her he was filming with Drew. Oops, excuse me. And we find out Drew isn't signed to Dennis anymore. Portia tells him that him and Drew need to take accountability for what they done. And ma'am, they'll take accountability for what they done when you take accountability for what you've done. Moving along. Portia then tells Dennis that he said Drew tried to sleep with him. Again, you're throwing out this stuff about this lady. This lady is getting in the middle of a divorce. So are you. And you keep trying to make her look like the whore that you are. I did say ass was going to be the word, but no. You trying to make that lady look like the whore you are. Point blank, period. It is definitely giving him and Wide Mouth Peach Juice have been hunching. I believe that. Okay. I believe that. I believe him and Wide Mouth Peach Juice have been hunching. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be this mad. It probably wouldn't even be that deep to you. Anyway, we get over to Britt's mom's house. And I never really looked at Britt's mom, but her mom looks good. And her grandmother is very cute. Okay, Britt is cute. And her sisters, they're really pretty people. So, Britt and her sister is packing at her mom's house, and her grandmother is there. Um, and that sister said that mama's selling that house because she want to be a hoe. Okay, that daddy gone, and she want to live out the rest of her life, and I'm not mad at it. So, the sister they called the older. I want to say that was the older sister. They called her. That was the one who met with Britt at lunch. And so the sister was like, why don't you answer my calls? And she just broke down and started crying. And I was like, what is going on with this sister? Cause. So, Britt said her sister took it hard. The sister that was crying, Bree, I think that was her name. Brianna, I think, took it the hardest when their dad passed away. She said she always leaned on their mom and always had to come back to that house. So Britt says she's not ready to move forward. And she really do feel a way because that mom is selling the house. So I believe Britt. I believe that sister don't really have it all together, if that makes sense. And so she was always be able to lean on the mom and be able to come to that house whenever she felt like it. And I don't think she'll have that luxury anymore. And it's just about growing up, not having to really be accountable and responsible for myself and not having my mama or my daddy to fall back on. So the grandmother said they have a God upstairs and he takes care of everything, and that's why they have to stop all that fussing and acting like a fool all the time. Chill out. Okay? So we get to the Bailey Q. And I just want to let y'all know I never liked Mel. I don't like Mel. She's always around. Her old face is coming back because she had another face, but her old face is showing up. I don't know. I just don't like Mel. Okay? I don't. That's not important. But I wanted to, put my thoughts out there. So the prophet tells Britt she's been choosing other people that she needs to start choosing herself. So fake ass Kelly, aka Lil Kim, arrived and with her fake ass greeting, and then Angela arrived. The prophet tells fake ass Kelly, aka Lil Kim, about her marriage, the stuff that was going on with her marriage, and she's spot on. Now I will say this, although fake ass Kelly, aka Lil Kim, not my favorite right now, I do feel sorry for her for all the things that she is going through, and nobody should have to go through that, and nobody should have some jerk of an ex-husband. Like, nobody should be able to, those people should never be able to procreate. Men like him, just stupid. Okay, carrying on. So Angela, the prophet tells Angela she's comfortable and her spouse need a vacation and she needs to get her sexy back. And then she asks about a Porsche, and then Shamil was like, who is it? Is he dealing with Porsche or is it a Porsche? And I was just like, okay, so it almost sounded like that prophet was alluding to Charles doing something he had no business doing. Do I believe it? I mean, it's not far-fetched to believe. It's not really far-fetched, but I don't know. So Shamia, the prophet tells Shamia 2025 is her money-making year, and it is important for her to lay low. And so Portia walks in, and the prophet tells her that her and Simon will be friends in the long run, I guess. So Drew arrives, and fake ass Kelly, aka Lil Kim, said she is an extra. No, she is an actress. And I was like, Kelly, shut your fake ass up. Anyway, Portia says Drew want to tell a lie in public and the truth in private. Again, pot, meat, kettle. Until you ready to tell this truth about you stealing this lady husband, please mind your business and leave this lady alone. This lady ain't bothering you. Okay? Everybody know it was Drew little lying, but come on. You have exposed bigger lies than what Miss Drew have done. Okay? You just trying to find somebody to pick on once again. So Britt, messy ass, tells Angela she think the prophet was spot on, which I felt like you were saying the prophet was spot on the stuff she was saying about Charles possibly cheating. She didn't say that, but it seemed like that prophet was hinting at it. So Angela said about what? And Angela was like, is there something you want to tell me? Britt said, do you not understand do you not read the word or hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? And so I was like, girl, see this right here, this what I be talking about. This what the people, Britt, this what the people be talking about. The lady asked you a question, and she asked you that question because you threw the first punch. You threw the first punch. And then when somebody come back at you, you then won't turn around and try to play victim and act like somebody hurt you. You was trying to be messy. So Big Ass said, calm down. She was like, that big ass mouth, I should be able to read your words. Britt said, it sounds like you need to use that mouth more often. Angela was like, I do, but not as much as you with them stretch marks around your mouth. Britt said, she stood up again. Aggressive? I think so. Aggressive? I think much. Okay? Talking about some show me. And so you got Cynthia holding her arm. Let her go. Because she ain't going to cross over that table. She not going to cross over that table. Anyway, Angela tell her she got miles on her mouth. And Shamia sitting there like with them gold-plated things in her mouth. Girl, why you wear those gold-plated things on Black History Month? I mean, on Juneteenth. Why? She was like this. So Angela says to Britt, you a whore. And Britt says, maybe you should be a whore in your bedroom so you can keep your man. I was like, here y'all go throwing peanuts in other women's faces. Okay? We're gonna call it peanuts. So Drew was talking to somebody in the corner. I want to say the prophet and the other lady. Drew was like, listen, I can't go over there. I gotta protect my peace. And I was cool with that. So Cynthia in her wig, they have Angela and Portia. They go meet in that prophet room. Angela said she felt attacked. Angela also said, she also asked like what happened 3 a.m. Portia said it was having I was having a little kiki session with the girls. Angela said, but you brought up screwing Charles. Portia was like, no. Portia said, no, I'm not that person. Moving forward, Angela said, like, why did you say it behind my back? Portia was like, it wasn't behind your back because you were supposed to be asleep. Regardless to if that lady was supposed to be asleep or not, you shouldn't have never said it. You said what you said, not stand on it. So she then said in her confessional, it was stupid to comment. She should not have said it. Or maybe she should have said it. She said she was just having a kiki with her friends, and she then offered up this whack apology in her confessional while still making what she said Angela's fault for listening. Girl, y'all was talking loud. You was being ignorant, and you didn't think that lady was gonna come downstairs on you, and now you're trying to play the victim. Again, you can miss me. So Angela apologizes to Portia. Now, Angela, if you're gonna apologize. Because you cannot walk up to nobody and say if. That is how Angela apologized, ma'am. That is not an apology. That is not an apology because you don't even think you did anything wrong, and she didn't. She didn't. I just feel like when you use the words if, don't even apologize. Because you're really not sorry. You're really not sorry. You're just trying to smooth it over until another blow up happen. And then y'all gonna talk about this. All of this gonna come up once again. So anyway, Shamia, and I mean, what that girl name? They hug it out. Portia leave, baby. I wouldn't hug that hood rat. I wouldn't hug that hood rat if you paid me to. So Shamia comes in next, and she tells Angela why I don't understand why I'm in it. So Angela tells her your friend made the comment about Charles, and she was looking to Shamia as a married woman to check her. Ma'am, have you not been watching this show? Shamia has always been a lapdog. What makes you think Shamia is going to take up for you? The only way Shamia will speak out is if it hit home. Anyway, Shamia said they both were at each other's necks. She also said that this is just Portia talking, and I'm not saying it's okay. You are saying it's okay. You've always made whatever she did okay. You've never checked her. You've always championed her in her wrongdoing. So Angela said I have a reason to be upset. And Shamia said this wasn't, she was like, well, this not my fight. And then she said, I'm not here to justify Portia, but she want to talk about, the part that Shamia was saying. I want to talk about the part that I played. So Angela said you sat there and you kiki with Portia when she said it. And then at this point, Shamia starts to deflect and was like, I laugh at any and everything. And I laughed at this funeral. Girl, shut up. The truth of the matter is you do kiki and you champion your friend when she is wrong. And that's just what it is. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. You think your friend does nothing wrong and your friend is a big old okay. So this what episode ended. They showed the trailer to the next half, and I feel like it is very insane for us to get a second half after episode 7, which meant these ladies had nothing to give. And I really want to know why in the hell, if Phaedra is supposed to be on 2 or 3 episodes, why is she in this cast photo with this red on? I don't know if y'all caught that, but when they showed the cast photo, they got her in that cast photo in the center, not in the center, but in, like her, Portia, and Shamia, which is very beyond me. And y'all couldn't give Kenya nothing. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I will see y'all in the next video. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, because I don't know.